Hello, loves. This is your girl Debbie, and welcome to another episode of Conversations That Protect. Today, with me, I have two handsome gentlemen, and we'll be diving into something people actually think about, but they rarely talk about it. But before then, let's hit the street and find out what Ghanaians think about the use of condoms, whether they like it raw or protected. Hi, guys. Today, we are on the street, and this is your girl Debbie. We're coming to talk about condoms, whether people like it raw or protected. Would you prefer your man using condom or you prefer it raw?
Okay, I prefer condom because
Why?
it protects you from pregnancy and STIs.
Say only boy Eda. Obe person obe share condom and I say un person obe share condom.
Obe person obe share condom why? Yare ba. Na boy na so unim no so why no so we bia betu aka say nti un share condom.
But say your boy.
For my boyfriend, I'm not going to wear any condom.
But say o sha am feeling is different.
Oh, nini aye pepepe. Honestly, nini aye pepepe why? According to the way you feel inside you.
Does it give a different feeling when it's raw?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Definitely.
How does it feel when it's raw?
Well, it makes you feel more connected with with the person.
Welcome back, guys, from the street session. So, Ralph, what do you think about people walking into the pharmacies to get condoms?
Okay, from my own personal opinion, what I'm going to say is the second in Africa, let me talk about Africa. The second you do mention of condom, you've been judged already. So people will not even go to the chemist to purchase one because one, okay, I'm buying a condom. Oh, okay, the person is going to have sex. How would it urge you to go grab a condom to protect yourself? It's the judgmental thoughts in our head that is the problem. It is not moving people to go grab it. So people would love to grab it, but it's the thought.
The stigma kind of
Exactly.
thing. And Sam, what do you also think?
Oh, actually, I agree with him, but then, not say Ghanaians, me personally, I'll say me personally, yeah. I can just walk into a pharmacy. Hey, hi, give me a condom. Maybe I'll just spice it up, like, get some juice or something to add up, just to make it,
So why don't you just go straight and buy a condom? Why are you adding a juice to it?
No, I know what I'm going to use the condom from. As what you said, the moment you think about it, you definitely have to go get something. Let's say, okay, I have a girl visiting me. I go grab a condom. I don't think twice when I'm getting a condom, actually. I don't think twice. I just go. My thought is very simple, Walking into a pharmacy to get a condom is okay for me. Because when I'm going to the pharmacy, it's like I'm on a mission. Yeah. Just, okay, I'll just spice it up a little because I wouldn't like the pharmacist or whoever is behind the counter will think as if I'm going to use a condom for,
So basically, I think you're also having that stigma kind of thing.
So
I'm talking about people.
Yeah, you're also thinking about what people would think when you go and buy
Yes, what people will think.
What is
but
what is condom meant for?
Of course, for unprotected sex.
So that is what we are saying here. Obviously,
For
the
unprotected
second
sex.
you mention condom, everybody knows what you're going to use it for.
Yes.
They've already pictured how you're going to even come.
Exactly, yeah.
In the whole thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying people have that thought. But me personally, I don't have that thought of like when I'm walking to a pharmacy, I feel shy. No.
It is not about being shy, Sam. It's about what people are thinking. That is what is stopping people from going to buy.
Yes. I understand what you're talking about. But I'm saying, when you say people, I think you should just kind of rationalize it.
Sam, it's something that is still going on.
It's still going on because
it's even affects the youth. Right now, let me tell you something. Not to deviate from the topic, but if a girl walks in to a pharmacy to buy even after pill, everybody thinks she has had sex.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's scared of getting pregnant. So why don't we just work on ourselves and delete that thought from our head, make it very freely and openly for people to be able to walk into purchase without being judged?
And how are you going to do that?
That is why you and I are here.
Okay. Well, like he said, I mean that people have this funny thought when you walk into a mat probably and say, okay, I'm buying after pill. They go like, okay, like imagine early in the morning or afternoon when everybody is working. And then you go to a mat and say you're buying an after pill. That look like, everyone is working, you are. I mean, bye.
So it's not making the youth, the Gen Zs right now. They are doing things that it's right now.
And then they are having pregnancies everywhere.
We have to really preach about this thing, because if not, trust me, they contacting things are very easy and very very simple now. Right now they are doing unimaginable
of course,
things.
lately, like this, as to say, this Gen Z doesn't use this condom. No.
Because they will be judged. And that is the problem.
If I'm being judged, wait, I want to say something.
Let me ask you a question. Sam, how would you feel if a friend of yours calls you that, your kid sister just came in to purchase after pill? What would you think? No. Tell me what you would think.
Exactly what you are thinking.
Oh no! But you haven't said what you would think.
I'll think otherwise.
What is the other?
I'll think otherwise, because I'll be like
that she's had sex.
I'll be like.
Meanwhile, you in your mind, you know that your kid sister is still a virgin.
I wouldn't think that she's still a virgin.
No. You haven't seen her with any guy.
I wouldn't think that she's still a virgin.
No, what I'm saying, you don't get it. You haven't seen her in that way. Someone tells you that
randomly, I call you and tell you, okay, I saw your sister.
Whoa, what
your face will change.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, what's she for?
It's the same thing.
That moment I might even call. Yeah.
The same thing applies to everybody. You just seen her standing with a boy, and they tell your mom. Now she going to the pharmacy to purchase either an after pill or a condom. Don't just tell me how you go. Just say I'll clap for her.
You of course, not. I wouldn't clap for her.
So that is what
I wouldn't clap for her, of course.
That is our problem.
I wouldn't clap for her.
That is our problem. We are being too judgmental.
So I think from a street session, I mean, one of the street people said that when he doesn't use it, he feels more attached or more emotionally connected to his spouse or whoever he's making out with. What's your thought? Like, I mean, people keep saying that. I keep hearing that a lot, that when it's raw, it's nicer. And when it's protected, they don't feel that scratches and all those scratches and all those things.
Yeah, there's always two sides to everything, you know. Without condom, there's a disadvantage. And then with a condom too, it has 8 advantage.
You like using it?
Oh, me personally, I don't like using condom.
Why?
Because I want to feel the thrust.
Okay.
See, when it's
somebody will definitely not make it.
You see, when you have to feel the skin. Like,
okay,
you know,
okay. So basically, you're like the guy also on the street saying that he wants to feel emotionally connected.
You have to feel it.
Why? The rubber prevents you from that emotional connection.
Imagine you're eating with a glove.
No, don't even go there.
Imagine you're eating with a glove.
Don't even go there.
You have to feel the skin. What's really inside?
Inside where?
Of course, where you going?
Wait, are you there to just cultivate and come out, or you are there to feel?
You are feeling.
Feeling what?
You are feeling
Feel
whatever
the
you are.
moment. It's a moment.
Wait.
Even speaking about that, there's a difference between sex and love making.
Thank you. So which one are you doing?
Yes.
So we're making love.
Wait. Without a condom.
You can't make love while using condom.
Why can't you make love while
Exactly.
using condom?
You can't.
I don't. No.
You can't. That's why I like it raw.
You make love whilst using condom. So wait, are you trying to tell?
How do you kiss your bride while your bride is wearing a nose mask?
Wait, chill, relax. Okay, so you can't make love whilst using condom, but you can have sex
there are
and
two
use
sides.
condom.
There are two sides to everything. He said something, but listen. There's sex and there's lovemaking. You can never, and I say, and I repeat, you can never make love once you are wearing a condom.
Okay, so wait, making love is basically you're trying to tell me that making love is with your girlfriend or your fiancé, and sex is with
lovemaking are are for married couples. Sex are for growing up people. Those young boys, you're just having sex because you don't know the end, whether the relationship is going to go or
exactly.
So it's just sex. That's why if you use condom and you're having sex, I don't mind.
But they also say they are making love. They don't call it sex.
You don't call that love making. No.
Okay.
So me, raw is my thing.
So you two raw is your thing.
Me, I like my life the way it is. It's very simple.
It is. You have to protect yourself, but then sometimes you have to go in raw.
But I notice people actually don't go to the hospital to even have a checkup. Randomly just walk into the hospital and say, okay, let me do an AIDS test, or let me do an STI test, or let me do, because they feel like, okay, walking into the hospital and go like, I want to do an HIV test. Everybody's like, hey,
so you see
why would you, but the funny thing is, if you don't use the condom, you still end up getting STIs. And sometimes some STIs are very difficult to treat, like the chlamydia and then the gonorrhea and other stuffs. If a partner has gonorrhea, sleeps with you, you think you, the lady, have treated it, but the man, so what I heard, gonorrhea actually stays with the man for quite a longer time. So if the lady has treated herself, goes back to sleep with the same person, literally you get it back again. And then my problem with the so-called Gen Zs or youth nowadays is, one, they don't even care about STIs. Some don't even know what it is. Some, when you get to the unis, they are all the level 100s. Sometimes they come to school and they are all with friends, follow friends, let's go here, let's do this, partying, boys, and all that. And then they start taking life seriously when they hit like level 300. When it's actually funny, they're supposed to start taking life seriously in level 100. And then now they go sleeping around, contacting STIs. Some people even live with that for so long that they don't even know they actually do have it. So what's your advice to Gen Zs, since we are not Gen Zs?
Okay. First of all, when we want to dig into this Gen Z's thing, we are not going to close today. A lot of things are going wrong when we take this particular word, relationship. When we try to break it down, you will see a nice girl. She has about 4 boyfriends. There's one person who buys her times in there. Whatever you do with your life is your life. I don't care. Now, loyalty is out. The reason why the diseases keeps spreading is because the loyalty is out. Because one, most girls want to do, I want to belong. Let's say you have some couple of friends and you have someone who sponsors you and maybe you want to go on a trip and stuff. She wants to have that kind of life.
Yeah.
So she wants to belong. Now, have you ever seen a poor man's child, a rich man's child, saying that I want an iPhone before?
Of course not. Obviously, it's always the ones who.
So it's only poor people's children always want to do what they have no idea of.
Exactly.
No, but then most of the rich kids also wants that.
That is kids with they don't have that father or mother love.
No, some do.
Some.
Growing up, the person will be like, he wants to try this thing.
It's still I want to belong. Yes, I want to belong. That is, I want to try.
Exactly.
You don't have the mind of your own.
So you shouldn't put it out.
Oh,
It's
I
only the
will put it like
No.
Listen, I will still stand by what I see wherever I go, because see, Sammy, in as much as growing up, they've made us understood that rich children are arrogant and disrespectful.
Yeah.
But now, what are we seeing? The poor kids are more disrespectful than the rich children. So what are you saying? Is that want to belong people?
Yeah.
You understand? When you were growing up, your mother would tell you, "Oh, man, ko fasike ni bamba o na sika for mba de omu mwa de kope reinforba." What do you mean by reinforba? What are they doing now? What are we seeing now? So what do you think is going to do? They are going to be more of disease spreading. And now let's come back to what you're saying, that people can't just walk in. It's all based on the judgmental thing. Before you walk in,
stigma.
you can exactly. Before you walk in, you can just walk in and go like, "Oh, I want to test." Maybe, what do you think the nurse is gonna even think of you?
Testing for HIV, like.
Oh, not just say,
like,
excuse me,
Sometimes
that is our problem.
Even the look on the nurses or the doctor's face will even be like, "No, I wouldn't do it."
It wouldn't edge you.
No,
to
but I personally have actually walked into a hospital and said, "Okay, I want to have an HIV test," not thinking.
You are not thinking
anyways,
that.
like I just want to do it because
you
I
are
cook.
not thinking that.
So
You
I
still-
need to check
you are not
myself and make
thinking
sure
that.
I'm not giving my customers.
I don't see it to be
What
a
is
big
the
deal.
face? What is the look on the
But
person's?
the funny thing is, the first day I went to actually say I wanted to do that, they just looked at me in a funny manner.
Do you think
like-
it's gonna urge you to come again? No.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well,
No.
now I have. Even if I want to, I'll actually call the lab tech to come to my house and put the sample and
Because
take it
you've
away.
created
I
that
wouldn't-
connection.
That
I wouldn't
connection.
wanna-
It's not.
You
I
have.
wouldn't want to go back there and then they look at
Why?
me like,
Why are a
"Yo,
lot of people
nigga."
doing self-medication in their homes?
because they don't want people to know, because of stigmata. It all boils down to stigmatization, because they don't want
Exactly.
people to know
No. Yeah.
what kind of disease they have or what's going on and all that. But anyway,
And it's something is like we have to let
Right now,
them
they've
stop
te-
feeling that way.
Sam, it is not that. Right now, if you go on if you go on most of the social media, we've seen a lot of doctors who doesn't even have license, but they are showing medicine. People are just trying it, and they keep increasing things they
and
keep
You see-
increasing
you see,
diseases and all those things.
A young kid will have unprotected sex. Maybe along the line, she wants to go to the hospital to check if probably she's pregnant or this is happening. But with the thoughts she is having, say like, because hospital nurse baby say the nurse will do that, the nurse will do that. So she just like
Don't go
lay
far.
back.
Don't go far. There was this girl in my house, like one of my tenants. There was this girl in my house, and I bought a TV, and I put the box in some other room, like my warehouse. So I was having problem with the TV, so I made up my mind to go pick up the box, put the TV back in it, and then take it back to where I bought it from. And I got there, and there was this Postono 2 boxes, like over 15 pieces. I was like, who put this here? Funny enough, I dig into it and I found out that the younger sister is like, that girl is pregnant and she's in her mind, in her tiny little mind, she's doing abortion with Postono 2. Well, you see,
oh boy,
you see,
sometimes lack of knowledge. No, but I actually went to one mat some time ago, and then the funny thing is, I saw a lubricant, and then I asked the lady that, I intentionally asked her that, "Oh, what is this used for?" She said, she actually told me if you use the lubricant, you not get pregnant. I'm like, wow. So imagine if it was another young person who has no idea of, condoms or protecting yourself or having safe sex, and the person goes and the person is like, I heard there's something called lubricant, and please give me some. And then the person asks her that, "Oh, madam, please, what is this used for?" And then you go like, "Oh, if you use this, when you use it, you won't get pregnant." Like, she won't get pregnant. Lubricant. When she said that, I just went like, sawo. And then she was like, who you saw? And she was so sure of what she was saying, like, who you saw? Wait, who you saw? I'm like, lubricants. I literally stepped out of the mat and I started laughing. I'm like,
The person selling had no
I
idea.
think we need to reshuffle because we need to re-educate the whole.
and I feel like I'm not cutting you, but I feel like sometimes to some parents also, So my problem is there are some parents who don't even like to talk about sex education with their kids because they feel like I'm exposing her to something. But comparing it to outside, at a certain age, they start to talk to you about sex and what is it. But Ghana,
it's not
Ghana,
it's not
like
it's not
in Ghana,
outside.
some
Let me
parents-
let me take you back to our time, the millennium, whilst we were growing up. You see, when you were growing up, I remember your mom would tell you that, oh, you see, you are getting boobs, so don't let any man touch it.
Exactly,
You understand?
yeah.
And when you go out there and any man touches you, when you come back home, come and tell, right? But now, parents are not doing that. They are rather feeding kids. They don't communicate. They don't talk. They don't have. Most parents don't even know what goes in and out of their children's life.
There are even some parents who actually even push their
Some might
children.
even push.
Like,
Yeah, I was about to
okay.
say. Some might even push.
For the
Okay.
pushing, they will.
Hey, this man,
But the
go,
point
go,
here,
go,
they feel
go,
like,
go.
oh, see, when you what's baby, I say you are supposed to support the family. You understand? So right now, but it is wrong. It is very, very wrong. Parents are not educating their. Even before you are 12, Charlie, you are waso kona kotibra na and it's wrong.
Well, guys. It seems we can keep going on and on and on, and we're not stopping now. So you know what? Catch you next time on our next episode where we talk about love, still safe sex, and confidence. Thank you, my viewers. Thank you, my handsome gentleman.
You're welcome.
And then I'll see you next time on our next episode. Bye.